In this AvTims video, we're going to be building the electric ducted fan power pod. All of our power pods are interchangeable between all of our electric ducted fan jets. To get started, download your plans from AvTims and cut out your parts as shown. Use tape to hold the plans on the foam board. Black lines equal 100% cut through and remove. Take your time, nice cuts will make your model look a lot better. Red lines are 50% cut through and bend to break. Remove foam where shown on the plans. Use barbecue skewers to poke where the black holes indicate. Cut squares of poster board that'll cover up the holes, set them aside. Later we're going to hot glue them over the holes to reinforce them. Some parts require the paper to be removed from the foam. Use rubbing alcohol and water mixed 50-50. Some parts are going to need the paper removed from the foam to make it easier to curl. Wet out the paper thoroughly and it peels right off after a few seconds. To get the curved look we're desiring, place the part on the edge of a table. Start to move it back and forth until it starts to curve. From here you can push the paper down towards the table pretty firmly and it makes a nice curve. Don't be worried about beating up the paper. The more you curve it, the better it'll look. Eventually you'll have a nice round piece. Use the same method to curve both pieces of foam. Now use a little bit of low temperature hot glue. Roll the cowlings and engine mount and seal them together. Aren't those some great looking parts? Now it's time to check the EDF and make sure it fits nice and tight. Each model may use different length for barbecue skewers. For now we're going to use one barbecue skewer cut in half. You can change them for each model very easily. Since you're going to be switching these engines from airframe to airframe, you want to make sure to reinforce your holes. I like to use a little bit of poster board. You can hot glue it right on there and poke the hole in. Your skewer can go in and out. Works great, lasts a long time. Now you're ready to fit them together and see what she looks like. The small little notch in the inner engine mount leaves room for your wires to slide up on the top for your speed controller. You're going to need to extend some wires somewhere. Some people do it between the motor and speed controllers, others will do it between the speed controller and battery. Test the orientation of your fan to make sure it's blowing the right way. If you need to, switch any one of the wires and it'll change the direction. It's important to keep these three wires separated. I use heat shrink tubing and then electrical tape to keep them separated. You're also going to need a servo extension wire to use for your throttle cable. Make sure to put a piece of tape on it so that it doesn't come undone. I also use a few extra pieces of tape to keep all my cables together. Makes it look like a nice wiring harness. Now you're all set. Slide it into your model and have lots of fun. Enjoy!